Someone may think, yes, I'm doing the right thing, yes, but you are not doing it in the right moment. So wisdom is lacking there. Anyway, the talk is not about hikmah. So the hikmah is, in short, هو وضع شيء في موضعه. To take the things and place it in its proper place. That's it. Now Allah said He has given the wisdom to Luqman. And after giving him the wisdom, He told him to be grateful. And ishkurli. Because if Allah bless you with such blessing, for you to be grateful, it will be a reason for Allah to protect it for you and to preserve it and let it grow for you. And ishkurli. And also your parents. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala went on. He said, I gave him a wisdom and I tell him to be grateful. Now you and I may think if Allah bless us, we become grateful, Allah is the one who will cash that gratefulness, meaning He is the beneficiary of it. No, He's not the beneficiary. You are the beneficiary. You the one who's been grateful. He said, وَمَنْ شَكَرَ فَإِنَّمَا يَشْكُرُ لِنَفْسِهِ. You see the composition of the ayah. I bless Luqman with this. If I bless one of you with something, be grateful. But keep in mind that that gratefulness, the benefit of it will not come to me. No, rather it goes back to you. وَمَنْ شَكَرَ فَإِنَّمَا يَشْكُرُ لِنَفْسِهِ. But if you decided to be ungrateful, وَمَنْ كَفَرَ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَنِيٌّ حَمِيدٌ. If you choose to be ungrateful, Allah is not in need of us. And He's so praiseworthy on that as well. Now Allah went on to give us an incident that would let us know the wisdom that He has given to Luqman. Then this is a proof of it. When he was talking to his son, when he was advising his son, what he said to him, Ya bunayya la tushrik billah. Oh my dear son, do not associate partner with Allah. Do not associate a partner with Allah. And he start with at-tawheed. They will say that Ra'sul hikmah makhafatullah. The pinnacle of the wisdom is the God consciousness. That is the upper part of the wisdom. So Luqman start first with his son to say, do not associate any partner with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? And he gave him again the reason why you shouldn't do that. This is a very beautiful method of teaching. When you're telling someone, especially a child, don't do this, then explain to the child why he shouldn't do it. And let him know that the benefit of him not doing it, it goes to him. And the harm of him going it goes to him. You're not the one. Because 9 out of 10 with our children just do it, don't do it, don't do it, just like, that is always. So he said, La tushrik billah. Do not associate any partner with Allah. Why? Inna shirka la dhulmun azim. Because associating partner with Allah is the greatest form of injustice. And I'm sure we all will agree with that, if we are to take a moment to think. How can you compare the one who has created everything with the one who didn't create nothing? How can you compare the one, al-amru kulluhu ilayh, the one who's in charge of everything, with the one who's not in charge of nothing? It doesn't really make sense. How can you compare Al-Ghani bizatihi, the one who is not in need of any support, with Al-Faqir bizatihi, with the one who is by default in need? Human being, regardless of your status, you are in need. You can be the richest person on earth. If you don't get oxygen, you will not live on this earth more than 5 minutes. But Allah, He doesn't need nothing. Now you are taking the one who doesn't need nothing and the one who needs, always in need, to compare them to. This is injustice. And injustice means وضع شيء في غير موضعه, to take the things and place it in a place which it doesn't belong to. Allah gave us a simple example of that. He said, ضرب لكم مثلا هل لكم مما ملكت أيمانكم من شركاء فيما رزقناكم فأنتم فيه سواء. Will you accept for you to open your store? You are the one who worked for it. Regardless of how you get that money. But it's your money, you open your store. Right? And you hire an employee who works for you, you pay him at the end of the week or month. Right? And someone else come to treat you at the same level of that employee in your business. To put you at the same footing, same level with that employee. Will you accept it? You'd be like, no, I'm the boss. I can even fire him. If that employee even think like he has the same right in that business like you do, he will not spend the rest of the day there. He will not. That's what Allah said. Will you accept that? If you don't accept that, how can you allow your mind to take, I create this dunya, I create everything that is in it, and I create that man, I create the stone, I create everything, and you are taking that stone or like that human being to be like me? It doesn't work. My brothers and sisters, this is not the only bad part of it. Mushrik, wallahi, will not have peace of mind, tranquility. A person with Tawheed, you attach everything to Allah, regardless of how much you be suffering materially. Internally, you are so happy. Because you know that it's Allah, only Allah who's in charge, who's in control of everything. But if you are sitting here thinking that He can do something to you, even if Allah doesn't like it, He has a say-so in Allah's creations. He has a say-so, they has a say-so. I mean, you're not going to have a break. Ya ikhwan, nobody has a say-so in this creation. إِنْ يَمْسَسْكَ اللَّهُ بِضُرٍّ فَلَا كَاشِفَ لَهُ إِلَّا هُ. If Allah intends that a harm will happen to you, no one can uplift the harm from you except Allah. When Allah wants to do a good for you, wallahi, the whole creation will come together. They cannot stop that from falling on you. So Luqman is teaching his son of that Tawheed first. Do not associate partner with Allah. إِنَّ الشِّرْكَ لَظُلْمٌ عَظِيمٌ. So that is the first golden piece, Yaakov. But you cannot give this to your child if you don't have it yourself. لأن فاقد شيء لا يعطيه يا إخوة. Because what you don't have it, you simply can't give it to nobody. You are lacking of it yourself. So عليكم بالتوحيد يا إخوة. Learn the Tawheed. Become people of Tawheed. Because النهي عن شيء أمر بالضد. When Allah said don't be a mushrik, that means be muwahhid. Be someone who worship Allah and Allah alone. Then he moved on. He went to the second, the best element. He said, وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ. Now we are giving a strong advice advise that it will be like a wasiyah. Keep it, because take care of it, and the day of judgment I will ask you about it. وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ. Second, be dutiful to your parents, the two parents. And he tells him the reason why. حَمَلَتْهُ أُمُّهُ وَهَنًا عَلَى وَهَنٍ. Because your mother bore you in his stomach. Weakness, hardship, on top of weakness and hardship. وَفِصَالُهُ فِي عَامِينَ. And that lasts for almost 2 years or plus. My brothers and sisters, pregnancy is not easy. Sometimes you can eat. Sometimes even if you drink a water, you throw it up. Wallahi. And she is risking her life for you for all that time. She want to take a fire and heat for the well-being of her baby. And she is doing that out of love and affection. Not that someone will pay me at the end of the week or month. The mother is the only employee who doesn't point in and point out. It's 24/7. Because the baby really don't care if her mother is sick or not, or if the mother is tired or not, or if the mother is sleeping or not. If he wants to eat, he wants to eat right now. Or else, nobody's going to sleep. So Allah, here Luqman, again, of course, you go Sahih Muslim, you will see that Luqman had the advice also to be kind to your parents, to the advice of his son. So it goes along with the Quran. Now Allah is giving us the reason of why. Be dutiful to your parents, two of them, but the father also part is there, and the mother part is there. But here he focused on the mother. وَفِصَالُهُ فِي عَامِهِ أَنِ اشْكُرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيْكَ إِلَيَّ الْمَصِيرُ. Be kind, grateful towards Allah by putting His orders and execute them, and be kind to your mothers and your father, then you will come back to me. Now, my brothers and sisters, Allah went on and go back again to the Tawheed. Luqman is saying, وَإِنْ جَاهَدَاكَ عَلَىٰ أَن تُشْرِكَ بِي مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٍ فَلَا تُطِعْهُمَا. But I said you should be kind and nice and dutiful to your parents, and don't dare to frown your face on them. But when they put their foot down and tell you to associate a partner with Allah in your worship, do not obey them in that. That is not considered as being kind. That is not considered as being dutiful child. That is not considered as being respectful. No, they are stepping over their boundary. Shirk is something that is not going to be negotiated. You do it, Allah will put you in hellfire. So, you are not to listen to no one on doing the shirk. And beautiful part, I will say it and stop, inshallah. One Sahaba is known to be Sa'ad bin Malik. He said that this ayah was revealed regarding me and my parent, namely my mother, in which Allah said, when your parents strive so hard so that you associate a partner with me, do not obey them on that. Sa'ad said, when I become a Muslim, I stopped worshipping idol. I stepped out of the fold of shirk, become a Muslim, become muwahhid. My mother said, man, what are you doing? You got to come back to our way. If not, I'm not going to eat. And Saad said, I said to my mom, Mommy, don't do it. It's not going to work. She did it. She spent 24 hours not eating, not drinking. And then she said, I told you, people said, Saad said, Mom, don't do it. That's not your right. I'm not going to give it up on this deed. I'm not going to associate partner with Allah. My mom refused. She did the second round. And I told her, mother, if you were to have 100 souls and then you lose them one after another, I'm not going to give it up on this day. You better go back and eat. Guess what? My foster mother used to tell me, Usman, you can't be mad at the food for too long. I'm not going to beg you for that. She went back to eating and drinking. Right? You can't be mad at food for too long. That fight is not going to last for too long. So he said this ayah was revealed specifically about me, my mother and I. So I was saying that if they say that you must do the shirk, don't do it. But disobey them on that, وَصَاحِبُهُمَا فِي الدُّنْيَا مَعْرُوفًا. But draw the line. Anything else other than that, still be kind to them. So this is the part that we miss. Some people will like to generalize. Okay, my mom and I, we don't agree on my deed. Okay, she want me to do this, that's against Islam. Okay, but everything else, still your mom, still your dad. You owe him the respect. But that respect again is not good enough to make you also close your eyes and do the shirk. So we need to understand this aspect. And then we close the chapter on that. We went to the third element or fourth. And after Jalsatul Isra, inshallah, we can continue with that. أقول ما تسمعون أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. We thank Allah, we praise Him, we ask Allah to continue to shower us with His mercy. My brothers, first, the hikmah, the wisdom is a gift from Allah. If He gives to you, He has indeed given you a great thing. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the hikmah. And then when Allah bless us, whether it's be with the hikmah or anything, to help us to become grateful, to recognize that, to thank Allah for it, so He can preserve it and increase it for us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us from amongst those that will be dutiful to their parents and give us the children also that will be dutiful towards us. And then any time that someone happened to tell you, whether it be a friend, a colleague, co-worker, husband, wife, it doesn't matter. For you to do shirk, don't do it. Don't do it. The Prophet said, don't do it. وَإِن قُطِّعْتَ. Even when you are to be cut into pieces, don't do a shirk. That is straight to hellfire if you die on it. So that is not the right of father, not the right of mother, not the right of friend, not the right of husband, not the right of wife. And it's not even your own right also. Alright, so that should not be violated. Then after that, he emphasized, he said, you, your parents, you all come back to me on the day of judgment. I will inform you about your deed. And that deed, regardless of how small it may be, إِنَّهَا إِن تَكُ مِثْقَالَ حَبَّةٍ. Regardless of how small, how big it may be, even if it is small as the seed of the is like a mustard seed, it doesn't matter. When it's in the desert and in the belly of the big rock, it doesn't matter. Allah will bring it on the day of judgment. He's telling that to his son. After that he said, do the salat. Aqim as-salah. Aqim as-salah. Very important. He's telling his son to establish the salah. We have to tell our children to establish the salah. But they will not establish the salat when we are not doing it ourselves. And he said, أقم الصلاة وأمر بالمعروف وانهى عن المنكر. Tell people to do the right thing and tell them to stay away from the wrong things. Now after you become a good person, try to change your surrounding. This is what is called reform. And Allah will not punish people when they are doing that. But 9 out of 10 people just withdraw themselves from that. It's easy for me to do my salah. But other than that, well, if he wants to pray, that is on him. If he doesn't want, that's on him. That's it. No. Allah said, وَمَا كَانَ رَبُّكَ لِيُهْلِكَ الْقُرَى بِظُلْمٍ وَأَهْلُهَا Salihun or muslihun? Muslihun. As long people are telling one another to do the right and stop the wrong, then Allah will shower them with His mercy. And after that He said, be patient. If you want to tell people this is wrong, stop, this is right, do it. People don't like that. They want to be left alone. So they will call you with all kinds of names. If you don't have a sabr, you will give it up. وَاصْبِرْ عَلَى مَا صَابَكَ إِنَّ ذَلِكَ مِنْ عَزْمِ الْأُمُورِ. These are some important orders that one should take into account. Then after that, he teaches his son some social attitude. لا تسعر خدك للناس. Don't give people your cheek. Meaning, don't become arrogant. ولا تمشي في الأرض مرحا. When you are walking, don't walk with the boastfulness. Allah doesn't like it. And when you are talking to people, be selective with your words. Don't raise up your voice. The most despicable voice is the voice of donkey. If raising up the voice would make any point, the donkey will not have the strongest voice. Right. Sometimes when you are fighting, argument, if you could record it, especially with our husband or wives, and after that, a day or two, and go ahead and listen to yourself how you were screaming and yelling. You'll feel embarrassed. You will like, no, I can't believe this was me. May Allah guide us. So he was telling his son, when you're talking, always keep your voice under your control. Raising up your voice doesn't make your point to go any crosser or to become any sound and valid than what it is. So these are some values that Luqman happened to teach them to his son. Absolutely, you cannot give this to someone when you don't have it yourself. So if we have this value, wallahi, our kids will take them from us. So my brothers and sisters, Allah called this man a wise man. And indeed, his point were wise points. May Allah help us to better understand them. May Allah help us to internalize them. And may Allah help us when we internalize them so we can also pass them on to our children. May Allah protect us, protect our children. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unite us and unite our hearts together. And we've lost some brothers in the past. May Allah forgive them, have mercy on them. I forgot one of them was our Imam Khalifa Islam. May Allah have mercy on him, grant him high place in Jannah. And the janazah that we mentioned in here last Friday, thank you so much for assisting. We were able to do the janazah. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Qumu ila salatikum yarhamukumullah.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah, hayya ala falah, qad qamati salah, qad qamati salah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah.
Good. Allahu Akbar. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده ربنا. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Thank you, Brother Usman. Imam Usman. Brothers in the classroom, we're sorry that the speaker in the hallway is low, but inshallah we're looking for a sound system guy that can help us to extend the speakers into the classroom. We've already reached out to about 2 companies, but they have not shown up yet. So if you have somebody in mind, please let us know, and then we can get hold of them, inshallah. And to our sisters and mothers in the back, we're sorry for the water fountain that you have behind you. It is due to the snow melting on the roof. We cannot do anything about it right now until the snow fully melts before we can do the repairs, inshallah. And brothers, please remember the corona and let's keep the social distance and the handshake to a no, and the hug to a no also, but the smile in our faces behind the mask, but we know it because we are brothers and sisters in the deen. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you so much. Allah accept our prayer, and may Allah continue to shower us with His mercy. And we have some family who happen to donate some beads to the community, and they're asking us to keep them in our prayer and our dua. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward them immensely for it, and to protect them, protect their children, their family, and put a lot of barakah in